In this video, I'll be talking about the cost of living in Yulee, Florida. Yulee, Florida is about 20 miles outside of Jacksonville, Florida. It is very close to the Jacksonville International Airport, and you're gonna wanna know all about the cost of living in Yulee, Florida. So first off, prices are going up higher and higher. I'm a local real estate agent, my name's Artie Cox, and buy, sell, invest in real estate. And we'll start out with real estate. So Wildlight is a new community there in Yulee. Homes ranging from $350,000 onwards up to $500,000 or $600,000 in that area. It is a community with amenity centers, with pools, and a lot of stuff for the kids. They're building hospitals right across the street, a lot of shops and restaurants around that area, banks. Yulee is really expanding, it's growing. It has a population of about 15,000, and it's a small community, but it's really growing, it's really expanding. So if you like properties with land, if you like properties with nice, suburban neighborhoods, Yulee is definitely the place for you. So price-wise for homes, what you're gonna be looking at is roughly for like new builds, like I said, throughout Yulee, I have various different subdivisions, starting at about $350. Roughly your monthly payment would more than likely be $2,200 to $2,500, starting out, depending on how much you put down. The interest rates, as we know, are going up in all across the country. And so the interest rates typically on a 30-year mortgage is about, right now, probably about 3.5. It's really going up. The housing is going up. Again, there's building going on all over Florida. So roughly to rent here in the Yulee area, you're looking at from $1,200 up to, for new builds from newer homes, pretty much built between 2015 and 2022, you're looking at probably $2,000, $2,000 to $2,500, depending on the square footage. So there's not a ton of rentals in Yulee. Again, there is homes there to rent, but not a lot. And then big thing here is land. People are buying land out in Yulee. It does have that, rural type feel a little bit. And again, it is growing. So you have opportunities to build land. And typically, on average, what I notice is for an acre, you're looking at anywhere from about $130,000 to $150,000, depending on if it has the things to tie it in the water, if it has a septic tank on site, electrical. It's gonna be a little bit more, of course, price-wise. And then you can get some deals with a lot of acres out in this area. According to bestplaces.net, as far as Yulee price-wise, just compared like with the health, it's a little bit more expensive in the Yulee area. And I think what it is because by you being out further, doctors have to travel a little bit more from the city and, from the more areas south of Jacksonville. Folks live on the south side of Jacksonville and, downtown, Riverside, Avondale, the doctors and stuff. So I'm thinking because of the traveling, so it's a little bit more expensive. You don't have as many hospitals there. So that's gonna be a little bit higher. The food is general average here in Florida. But I will tell you, the restaurants prices are going up. My wife and I, we were in Red Lobster the other day on the north side of Jacksonville, River City. Surprised me, all the meals were pretty much for $35, $40, for an entree and a couple sides and, things. So it's going up, and that transcends over to Yulee as well because they have a lot of the more traditional restaurants. These prices are going up, and I think that's all across the nation, but that's what we're seeing here. What I can say is the school systems in Yulee in Nassau County are very, very good. Cost-wise, I think it's worth the money to move to Yulee because of the great school system. You got an A school system. Transportation, definitely need a car, for transportation. You got some great areas around Yulee there that family may want to go to. You got Amelia Island, you got Fernandina Beach nearby, of course Callahan is nearby, St. Mary's, Georgia is not far, Kingsland, Georgia, Georgia state line, and of course Jacksonville and all that Jacksonville has to offer, and St. Augustine, so it's close to a lot of things. So when you have all these things around you, of course you're going to spend money. So definitely what we're noticing, they are investing more in Yulee. You'll see a lot of the roads, a lot of development, a lot of housing. I'm working with some customers there, and they're like, look, we want to move out. We want more land. We're tired of the HOA. So you're getting that. Just stay tuned to the end. Got some more love to share with you about the cost of living there in Yulee. But hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Love to share with you how I'm helping people when moving to Jacksonville and all the surrounding areas. I absolutely love it, helping people all the time. And so, you know, the cost of living, the dollar, to get it to stretch, it's so important to do your homework. And this is what I do to help folks when moving to, you know, Jacksonville and surrounding areas. And I guess with the utilities in Yulee, definitely pretty general, or nothing out of the ordinary. They're really, like I said, they're building up this area. You have your stores, you have your Walmarts, you have all the, you know, shopping, you have the restaurants, everything's nearby, you know, so you can definitely get a good bang for your buck out here. And the housing, just jumping back into that, the housing compared to Jacksonville is more affordable in Yulee, right? Depending on the areas you go in, it is a little bit more affordable. The average price of a home in Yulee is probably about $275, give or take, you know, whereas Jacksonville is roughly $325,000. It is, you know, a little more affordable, but again, you're a little further out, which a lot of folks love. But if you're getting a bigger lot, if you're getting a brand new house and over there in Wildlight, and just to touch on Wildlight again, check some of my videos out on that. Did a walking tour of Wildlight, so that's one of the popular neighborhoods. And one thing that I'm glad you stuck around for, they have a 55-year-old and up community coming up. So for those who are, you know, middle-aged, looking for a nice community, they have that community set up for you. Del Webb, you know, so that's very popular, and you can get in sooner than later, you know, so I definitely recommend that you check that out. A lot of businesses are coming to the Yulee area, home of Derrick Henry of the Tennessee Titans. Shout out to them. Great football player, one of the best running backs in the country. So, you know, they're big on their football. They're big on their helping each other, their neighbors. And so that helps to save money. You know, if you need moving, you know, you always have a neighbor there to help you. Small town feel, I think it's a great place to live. Highly recommend it. My wife and I are seriously considering the Wildlight area. We don't live too far from there. So we're just like, you know, it's not too far to get a brand new house, and it's much more affordable. By being on the north end of Jacksonville is more affordable compared to, let's say, St. Johns County and like towards the Jax beaches and stuff, and St. Augustine. So still a nice area, still not as developed maybe as St. Augustine, well, excuse me, St. Johns County and Nocatee and all that, but definitely for your money, definitely recommend it. And just stay tuned to learn more about, you know, living in these areas. Check out some of my other videos. Love to help you out with moving to Jacksonville. So give me a call, shoot me a text. We can set up a Zoom meeting and we can talk, you know, about coming here to Jacksonville. So thank you so much for watching, and check out some of my other videos.